Hello, hello, hello. Anakin is here. Excellent news. Welcome. So we did your game first, right? Hops versus who? Spring standings. Was it? It was Boston, right? Yeah. All right. All right. Well, let's see who pops in. Let me get the files first, and let me turn the screen on. Hey, everybody. Yeah, Boston 5-3 win, and then you went on to a 4-game losing streak. Ooh, ouch. But then you come up with a 10-2 win. Anyway, well done. What am I doing? Commissioner screen and check team exports. All right. As you can see, I was doing some work on Calgary's team and did some work on mine. I think I've got my spring lineups the way I want them now. See if anyone will actually develop. I doubt it. Actually, I got a couple developmental positions, so we'll see what happens. Oops. No, why did I start paint.net? I don't want paint. Too many apps running as it is. Started doing updates to the wiki, but then I was having some issues saving pages, so yeah. Oh yeah, that's full. This happens every time. All right, so yeah, I'll have to fix that. Anyway, no biggie. Can't save anything to the wiki right now. All right, start the down. Did I not start this? Sorry, doing too many things. I thought I had a beer to finish, but turns out it was in the fridge for too long and it was flat, so it didn't taste very good. What's going on in the MLB world these days? How'd my Blue Jays do? They're tied up with the Red Sox. Speaking of Boston, in the bottom of the 8th in Fenway. Next home series is against the Angels. I remember when it was the California Angels. What happened with that? All right, so we're now. Oh wow, Tampa Bay 6-game winning streak. So now we're a game behind the Rays and 8 behind the Yankees. And what's going on here? Baltimore is 65 and 59. How did that happen? What? Cleveland is in first. The Twinkies are 3.5 games behind them. And the White Sox are 4 games behind them. Okay. Detroit sucks as usual. KC's not doing that great this year. Wow, it's been a spell since they've been a good team. Houston 80 wins. What? Yankees got 76, and the Stros got 80 wins. Ay, ay, ay. They're making another play for the for the World Series. Dodgers 86 wins. Well, I guess will it be the Astros and Dodgers again? What do you think, guys? All right, back to this. This is done. So nothing from Hotlanta, nothing from the Grizzlies because they're AI now. Detroit, nothing. Green Bay, nothing. And Houston Oilers are now an open team as well. I should just go in there and actually AI them. So I've got it. Where is this? God, it's been so long. All right. So Houston Oilers. Wait, was it Houston? Oh, I don't even remember. Yeah, Matthew Bellows, Houston Oilers, open team. Oh, where's the right screen? Cannot be fired. I can fire anybody I want. All right. If it's not that screen, you tell me. Okay. How do I do this from this screen? Like, what happened to my option to retire people? Do I have to go to his team now and fire him? No, that doesn't seem to do anything. They changed some things in 23. Say Detroit sucks. Yeah, hold on. Pretty sure commission mode is on. But I was messing around with another install of this, so that that may be the issue. Hold on. I am in a commission account, so playing in commissioner mode cannot be fired. Yeah, that's all right. Go back to the manager list. And wow, yeah. Wait, Paul Sporer, Wellington Diggers. Didn't I fire him from both teams? Yeah, he's retired. Hide unemployed. Yeah, I just want the employed ones. Matt Lizell. Who is Matt Lizell? All right, I got to do some cleaning up here. But it's not letting me edit anybody. All right. Brandon Popper, no team. Oh, you know what it is? I got to enter the commission password to... Okay, never mind. Jesus. All right. It's one minor change they did, and I wasn't cluing in. All right. What was I doing? Matthew Bellows is now no longer running a team. Wait, now. Hold on a second here. Can I do this from the other screen now? No. All right. And I'll put this back on so you can watch me mess around here. And I've got to fix something on Dustin, one of Dustin's team, his team, Dustin's team. All right. Oh, I didn't see. This is new. Limited commissioner powers, act as lead commissioner. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, there's no longer the ability to select team and select no team. So I just have to retire him, I guess. And the other one was, remind me again, was it Miami? Mark Becker, Miami. That was the other team that's not here, right? No. Houston and Danny in Denver. Yeah, thanks. I just saw it just as you mentioned that. All right, so Houston and Danny Denver. All right. Yeah, there's no way to. Okay. Anyway. Okay, those two teams, two player GMs have been retired. All right. That took way too long. I like the old system they had in OTP 22 where you had the button to just retire people or whatever. Because I think now it still shows, yeah, it still shows he's the Madagascar Barracuda's GM, and that's not right. If I click on hide retired, then he disappears, but anyway. And Brandon should theoretically be retired, but there was some thought that he might come back, but anyway. All right. And the guest pass and the commissioner. Okay. Okay, I think we're good now. Let's check on Denver and their front office. Mike Landry becomes their general manager. All right, so I'm going to AI the whole team. Yes. And the other team I have to do that to is Houston. I like how the spring roster drops to 26 players. So does the AI manager not think that they need to have a spring roster? Billy Beasley. Okay. All right. Yeah, I liked it better where you could just retire them. I don't know why it doesn't let you do that. Anyway. So it's Monday, March 1st, 2027. I've got one player on New York that I got to fix. And I posted it on the chat. And now I'm going to go look at it again. It was in the GM only announcements, I think. Here we go. So Kevin Rodriguez is going to be removed. Well, a bunch of guys are going to be removed. Starting with Kevin Rodriguez. So how do I do this now? Not on a major league contract. Total pro service years, options used, major league service days is 0. Okay, that's correct, but I think it showed time before. Now I'll check their salaries and make sure he's not on it. All right, so that's Rodriguez. Wildemar Florentino was another one. And there he is. He's coming off the 40-man. He was never supposed to have been on a major league contract. And the reason this happened, and I'm not totally sure on why, what? A 17 million bonus. Wildemar Florentino signed a minor. Okay, so that was the minor league signing bonus. I don't get it. I guess to take him off of minor league free agency. And then because it was a minor league contract, somehow he got signed to a 1-year contract renewal. So he was put on the 40-man at some point, and I can go back through the history and look at it, but he wasn't supposed to have been put on the 40-man was the point we're getting at, according to the New York GM. So, and I'm going to flip this to a minor league contract. Okay. Yeah, that looks right. Next one was Rick Freeman. Freeman with 2 N's. This guy, closer. Same thing. He ended up with, he was one of these guys that was signed as a minor league. When that whole fiasco happened with the short A teams being, the rosters being bumped, and there was a couple other teams that were dissolved. Anyway, he ended up as a minor league free agent. Fair enough. People could sign them. He got a huge bonus. New York really throwing money around there. But then somehow ended up on a 2 months later on a major league contract, which he says he did not offer him. So, and he was not Rule 5 eligible because he didn't have enough pro time. So that's the other confusing part about that. So that should deal with that. Basically came on at the same time as Florentino. Carlos Alvarez and Yehomar Tizon were the other two. Where did they go? Carlos Alvarez, Tizon. There's Carlos Alvarez. So what's the story with him again? He was drafted, signed a 1-year extension worth $1 million in December for some reason, but that's again not what Dustin says he did with this guy. So I'm not sure if it has anything to do with the winter ball. No, well, no, but either way, they weren't moved up. You can sign a free agent with a signing bonus and not turn it into a major league deal, I believe. You definitely see it happen with the draft, but these guys weren't drafted. Anyway. Think of them as, unaffiliated international league or some other pro league that their players just wanted to come to the majors. And so they got the benefit of that. I should really edit the histories too, but I'm not going to bother. And then the last one is Tizon. Where did he go? He was on this area. Yehomar Tizon. Same deal. So, oh yeah, he was a funny one. He was definitely named the Winter League and then released by New York to go to the Adelaide. I guess it does that when you have to release him to put him on the winter team. Anyway, and then somehow ended up signing a contract extension with New York. same day as the other guy, December 6th. So let's undo that. And if you notice any of this funny stuff has happened on your team, let me know. I will look into it. And if it needs to be corrected, I'll correct it. I mean, there's no reason to put these guys in the 40-man roster. They weren't Rule 5 eligible yet, and all that stuff. So anyway, there, that's done. All right, and sorry, Dustin, for revealing your whole salary screen and your whatever. But anyway, that's done. Okay, so we can get on with the stream, with the rest of the stream now. Oh, Velez. Anakin says Velez is getting his first start. That's good news. There's the spring coverage right now. And well, since Twins is here and Kansas City 6-1, why don't we do a Kansas City game? All right, first let me save and do a backup. Yeah. All right. I did not know the Beatles played their last concert ever at Candlestick Park in '66. I can't believe they wrapped up by '66. Didn't they only come out in like '62 or something, '63? I thought they were around till later in the '60s, at least 1970. I know John Lennon was murdered the year I was born, which was '75. I think he was '75, or was it 7? No, I think I remember hearing about it on the news. 78, 79. It was just in the 70s. He didn't make it to the 80s, did he? Or maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it was 1980. But and then McCartney spent the 70s doing his solo stuff. Yeah, I usually do that too. I did the first week, whereas all my regulars were in first, shaking the rust off. Now I've made some changes. I don't mind showing my changes. It's spring anyway, so that's the whole point of this. I got a whack of new names in the rotation, and this is obviously not the rotation that we're going to have by the end of the year. The pitching count I don't think is going to matter because they're going to pull them out after 4 innings anyway. All these relievers and a bunch of emergency SPs and unspecified. I don't know what to do with these guys. I might do an opener follower strategy this year. We'll see. And then here's my lineup. So Palangan's a regular. Dumoulin is being trained at first base because I've got too many outfielders. But then I look and I've got guys that I'm like, but the regulars, Ryba, the regulars are Ryba, Richardson, and Peterson. I lost my center fielder. This guy kind of sucks, but he's okay defensively. I'm trying to train this guy to be a center fielder. His ratings are not great. He's only rated 35, but if I could put him there, great. Otherwise, maybe I'll put Peterson there, but he's potentially going to be a better right fielder. He's got a better arm, I think. Yeah, his arm's 75. So he's the guy I want in right field. He's being trained there. And then Dan is sort of an average, whatever. If he makes it to 3.5 stars, great. These guys basically all suck, but Ryba will be the regular probably. Chris Sharp, basically my regular third baseman. Sam Ideals, Troy Bass is the utility guy, but he only plays the middle infield. And that means I need a backup for first base and a backup for third base. And it's Nick Yagislav right now. So I put him down there so he just gets some playing time to shake the rust off. But these are the two guys I'm trying to kind of train up, especially Sharp. He's got a little bit of room to get some gap power development. 50. My catching is a disaster. But I'll show you something neat I did. I don't mind revealing. So if you go to my roster now, I don't know if these are universal for everybody. I put global. Anyway, if I click on the catcher in-depth view, I get the catcher's batting rating. Well, I get everyone's batting ratings and their potential ratings, so I can see the difference, plus catcher ability, catcher arm, and their fielding rating at the position. So, and with their potential at that position. So if I sort by catchers and get just my catchers, it makes a little bit more sense. I can see which guys need to develop overall as catchers at the position. So obviously this guy's got the biggest development gap to go. He's got to go up by 25 potentially. But I can also see where their batting differentials are. So taking that guy, for example, his gap potential is 55. He's at 50. His eye's at 40. His eye potential is 45. So not a huge gap. He's basically fully developed as a hitter. He's as good as he's going to get, essentially. But he really needs to come along with his defense. Great ability, though, and I like that. Obviously, it's nice if a catcher can hit, but you don't need to have batting catchers. All right, so that was the catcher in-depth view, and then I did this infielder development view. Same idea. You've got their current ratings, batting ratings, potential batting ratings. I threw in bunt and bunt for hit for a good measure. And then their infield defensive ratings, along with their speed, just give an idea how good they are. And then their defensive. So it's pretty crammed in there, but defense at the primary position and potential. So again, I mean, a couple of guys need to develop. If I select all infielders, I've got a couple of guys that have room for development. Overall, I've got not very good players, so this is not really the best display, but it does help me actually analyze which ones I need to improve on, and then I'll use other screens for figuring out which positions they could potentially go play. Okay, so it is only for me. All right, but they'll work across different leagues. Well, that's interesting. So if I load another league, okay, I get it now. So if I load another league instead of the Bull League, then those will still be available. Well, that's interesting. All right. Well, anyway, that's something I did. I'm sure lots of guys are like, well, shit, bro, I did that years ago. But honestly, it's a new concept for me to figure this out. I've been too busy commissioning, I guess. All right. Scores, and let me start stats plus, so we can get a game in, and then I got stuff I got to do, namely sleep. All right. KC is going to be our featured game. Playing the Oilers. Keely Sewell on the mound for Houston. Mike Visser on the mound for the Kansas City Blizzard. 3-0 at home. Let's get rolling. Oh, I was going to do a backup. Wait 1 second. Before I do the backup, I have to delete a folder. Or the zip is deleted. I have to delete the folder. I don't want the almanac backed up because why? Why back up an almanac? See how the almanac shows up there. I'm going to get rid of it. I do have all the almanac zips if anyone wants them. I know in some leagues people are like, yeah, give me the almanac. I have all the almanacs if they're really keen. But I just basically mine them for information for the wiki, which I can rarely update because of issues. But anyway. Oh, this is the current one. Okay, yeah. The almanac's huge, so it really slows down the backups. That should be fun. I'm hoping it's going to be a fun one. Okay, it's busy deleting that folder, so I can't do a backup just yet. Let's see what else is doing here. Reports HTML. Are there any reports I can delete? Jesus. I'm running out of things to delete to make room for the wiki. This wiki is just so big now. I got to keep the pictures on there. Actually, I got to update the pictures. Game logs, maybe? I can delete game logs from June for sure. Okay, bye-bye game logs. I can delete box scores from June as well. I don't know why there's only 24, but anyway. Real-time sim files from June. Okay, we're up to 860 megabytes deleting, by the way. So yeah, I'll just I'll put the standings up there so you guys can look at the standings or something while I'm doing this. Trying to find things to delete without deleting important things. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I really don't have a lot left to delete. This wiki, honestly. Could delete some old podcasts. All right. Other than that, I don't really know what else to do. All right. Quite a large number of 5,800 profile pictures, and person pictures are about 10,000. Yeah. If I delete those, you won't be able to see any pictures on the Stats Plus. Zirkel's picture. What's wrong with Zirkel's picture? There he is, Zirkel. What's wrong with it? Does it look different on your end? Because if it does, there he is. Mine has him in a New York uniform. Okay, well, that's just because I have to update. I have to upload the image files. That's all. Which I'll aim to do. I could do it now. I usually do it at the end of spring training, but at some point before the season starts. There's probably not going to be a lot of trades during spring, so I could probably do it now. So that's an easy fix. Yeah, the last time we uploaded profile pictures or person pictures was September 2020. So that's why they're so out of date. But let me do that now. Okay, profile pictures is the big one. I don't know if this is going to work, but anyway. All right, so I'm going to upload them first, so they'll all be updated on Stats Plus. But to see them in Stats Plus, because the Bull League server is not an HTTPS, it doesn't have an SSL security certificate. You're going to have to fix your settings in Chrome or whatever browser you use to allow images to be shown from unsecure websites, because it pulls those images from other websites. So like when I look at the league standings, I see the team logos, and you guys probably don't. You see a little error, like a little glitch picture where it can't load the picture. Anyway, if you fix the browser settings, you'll be able to load all the pictures. It's not April 5th. What? Oh, it's just seeing the standings as of April 5th. Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, the computer's doing a bunch of stuff now, which means I can't really do much here. Because it's Canadian. Yeah, it's a Canadian website. Actually, it's GoDaddy out of Texas or something. I think that's where their server is. But anyway, Arizona maybe. I don't know. All right. Look at the batting leaders while we're waiting for this. John Hart hitting well for Houston. I was running. I loaded up the old save I had of this, and I can't remember why I had two saves. But anyway, I had the old Bull League save. Probably from when we first installed the OTP 23. Anyway, so I was trying to simulate something to do with what happens to players when you extend their minor league contract when they're already on a minor league contract, because you can offer an extension to them, to see if that canceled out the existing minor league deal and just only limited to 1 year. Because this was what I suspected was the issue with New York, but it turned out not to be the case. And I only figured this out after quick simming through 2 seasons, turning off commissioner mode, turning off all the human GMs and all that stuff, and it didn't save anything. But it was another install anyway, so it wouldn't matter if it saved. And in that iteration of quick simming 2 seasons, right up to the end of 2027. Actually, sorry, 2026. I did the rest of 25 and then 26. Anyway, Montreal won both seasons. So KC got eliminated. They got swept out in the first round to Vegas Lightning. Vegas Lightning went to the finals with Montreal and lost. It was really weird. Anyway, nothing got saved. I can't show you anything. And it wasn't this Bull Baseball League version anyway. It was a different save. But That's interesting. Oh, and where was I getting at? So one of the top hitters, I think, was I'm trying to remember now. It wasn't Hart. I think it was maybe someone off of Miami. Anyways, wacky stuff. And then, of course, Rambo wins the Triple Crown again. Because, of course, he does. But I turned off injuries. I turned off roster moves. All kinds of stuff. 2.48 gigs for this almanac. Jesus. That's huge. I wonder why it's so big. Explains why it took so long to make. All right. The zip version of the almanac is 800 megs. So, yeah, it probably is. But like the 2024 almanac was only 95 megabytes. So I don't understand why this one is so big. I think maybe it didn't include images or something. I don't know. Players, history, coaches, teams have nothing. So it's just leagues, game logs, box scores. There were some images. But that probably had a lot to do with why it's smaller. So I probably could have turned that off for anyway. Because the 2025 one is 799 megs. So, anywho. All right, I feel like I should do this later. And take a chance that it's not going to back it up. What's going to happen if I back it up? We'll be here for a while. That's what'll happen. Yeah, screw it. I'm not going to do the backup right now. Popcorn in my teeth. Lovely. Yeah, because I'm supposed to be calling a baseball game now, and now I'm getting to bed, and this is taking up too long. And nobody's excited to watch this. Disk quota exceeded. Yeah. I can't save anything else to to the server. I gotta get a new web host. This is ridiculous. Can't do anything. And I don't even know what is taking up most of the space. TBH. And it's not the size of the files, it's the number of files. And yeah, it's I'm well over whatever the quota is. I'm well over it. And I'm out of things to delete. Anyway, it looks like the backup's going ahead. All the porn. Yeah, GoDaddy is they're just funny. They don't care what well, they give you a limit on your bandwidth. They give you a limit on your total like gigabytes or whatever of storage. But we don't get close to the limit because OTP's files are so small. Like some of them are like 4K, 16K, like, and the images are not huge. It's just that there's so many of them, so many of these things. The thing logs literally everything, and everything is saved as some kind of HTML file. Yeah, I've got files going back to 2018 on the various league leaderboards, players. Every player has their own HTML file. Every team has to have their own, not only their own file, but all the other files that go with them. So every season has their season totals. The history page, blah blah blah. It's on and on and on. So much information to be had from all this. Anyway, I think it. It did delete the almanac though. That's good news. It takes up so much space on my drive too. Hey, Anakin's here. Oh wait, you've been here for a while. Hey, Devils. Hey, everybody. Yeah, so what else you guys got going on? Who's excited for the 2027 season? Cody's Pirates are on a 9-0 start to start the EMLB. Interesting. I should pop in and watch a stream every once in a while. See what's going on there. All right, how's this backup going? $279 followers. And just 7 people watching the stream. But 7 of the most important people. Oh, it says there's more. Oh, hey, meme initiation. My son's watching. S Hunter's watching. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Brent 3232, welcome. Guys just lurking away. All right. Yeah, this is why I probably should have held off doing the backup, honestly. And now I'm worried that if I close the game right now while it's backing up the database, it could cause problems. Copying. All right, I'm going to take a chance. Hopefully it doesn't corrupt the database. High risk activity here. Okay, give us a second. I'll bring it back. Thanks for noticing me again. Fingers crossed. Because I did a save after I pulled the exports, so that much I know is done. I'll do the backup later. This is probably why I haven't done a backup in a while, because after doing the almanac, it adds that into the backup. The almanac was over 2 gigs, so for it to back up everything and the almanac, plus I had a zip of the almanac in the almanac folder, that just, it makes it huge. It's just not efficient. Anyway, it's loading. In 2005, the Boston Red Sox did not play an extra inning game for a record 98 consecutive games at the start of the season. Interesting. I always wonder how they come up with these stats. Like, who's watching these things? All right, let's log in again. Just double check that all the right things were loaded. Oh, and I never checked the DFA report, so I should have a look now. Doug Pierce on the Miami Storm, he's got to go somewhere. I'll demote him. Put the screen back up here for you. Okay, there we go. Yes. All the exports are there. Good. All right, I'm going to stop screwing about and just get on with the game. And it was going to be the Houston Oilers, Kansas City Blizzard game, Keely Sewell, and Mike Visser. I apologize for all that time wasted. Literally started the stream an hour ago. Yeah, 56 minutes now of messing around. So you guys are very brave for sticking around. All right. I see a lot of regular names in these lineups. But let's get rolling. Thanks, buddy. It's past my bedtime. I got to get up early tomorrow and fingerprint somebody. So somebody did a naughty thing. And they're supposed to be coming to my office to get fingerprinted. And I've got to be the one that gets up and... Well, they're not coming until 11, but... That's if they bother showing up. If they don't show up, well, you know what happens when you don't show up for fingerprints. It's no good. It's no very good. Orlando Rios of the Houston Oilers will be the leadoff. I imagine he's going to be the leadoff batter for the regular season too. He will lead off the spring training game. Mike Visser on the mound for the KC Blizzard. He is already 1-0. He's had a perfect 4 innings of work already. Earned a win. No hits, no walks, no earned runs. Just 7 strikeouts, so he's already off to a fine start this spring. Orlando Rios just 1 hit. And a ground ball to third to start things off. Velasquez on top of it quickly. RJ Northeast, the third baseman. off to a pretty solid start, 5 hits and 11 at-bats. And short hopper to second, an easy throw to first for Vince Cross. And with 2 down, John Hart will make an attempt to get a hit off of Mike Visser. He's just 3 pitches in, and he's already got 2 outs, and that's 3 outs now after a couple more pitches. So clean inning for the Blizzard. And we're going to switch sides. KC is up. Jorge Velasquez, the third baseman. Tex Rudman follows him. Sal Rojas after him. Keely Sewell, formerly of my Nomads, on the mound. He's had a pretty decent start as well. 3 innings, 1 walk allowed, no hits, no earned runs, 2 strikeouts. And has a win in spring already. Draws a walk, and that's the second base on balls given up by Sewell since spring started. Velasquez at first, Tex Rudman at the plate. It does look like Williamsport, eh? It's a very basic stadium. And isn't Little League World Series going on right now? I know Canada got swept by Mexico. That's not very good. Yeah, we only get 1 team. Like, what's the deal with that? All the international teams just get to field 1 team. All right. Rudman legs out I believe that was a base hit, was it not? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, no, sorry, that was a walk, and then there's a ground out. 1 out, and Sal Rojas up to the plate now. Yeah, I know, we've got zillions of Little League teams. Oh, he's going for home. He's going for home. The throw is not in time.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
How many people are watching?
Right now, 7.
Not bad. I know there have been bigger streams.
Oh, yeah. Rojas at second base. Christian Teslo at the plate. 1 second. All right. Rojas goes to third on that ground out. Bruce Skinner at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And scooped up at third and another out. So 1 run in for KC. It was the walk, I believe Rudman was the run. And he scored on that, was that a Sal Rojas? Christian Teslo double. Anyway, 1-0 KC, top of the second, Houston. Sam Wainwright at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, it was a team from BC this year, Vancouver. And I can't remember. There's some kind of thing about, it was in the news about which Canadian team was going. But sadly, I believe they were shut out by Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, baseball's a big thing in Mexico. It's like a 4th sport here. Alvaro Mendoza, first baseman. 1 out. Infield's shifted, but Mendoza parks it against the fence in right center. And he's rounding second, going to third. He's out. He tried to stretch his double into a triple and was thrown out at third base. An awesome throw from the outfield by KC. Raul Vasquez up against the Oilers. For the Oilers. 2-2 pitch. And the lefty Visser gets him swinging on a curveball. The good old Uncle Charlie. And he is out. Bottom of the second. KC's up. We're going to check the out-of-town scores. See what's going on around the league. Minneapolis Ravens leading Detroit 3-0 in the top of the second. It's Washington Freedom. That's your team, Steve. 2-0 over Denver, bottom of the 7th. Home run out of Woodford. 2-1 with no outs in the bottom of the 7th. So Washington in good position there. No scoring yet. Toronto, Montreal, bottom of the 2nd. Miami's in Calgary. Those two teams knotted up at 2 apiece. That's the bottom of the 4th. No scoring yet. California hosting the Vegas Lightning. Grand Rapids hosting Green Bay. No scoring in that game. And a final from the Seattle-Atlanta game. Seattle 6-2 over the Atlanta Fire Ants. And Boston, one hit shutout on Ohio earlier today. That's an impressive game. New York is teeing up against Chicago at 8:05. Ryan Rich scheduled to start for the Dragons. Felipe Hernandez for the Chicago Pitbulls. And we'll get back to the game action. KC hosting Houston, division rivals in the Metro League East with a spring exhibition game. Ground ball back to the mound and over to first. An infield single for Cross. Sewell was there quickly, but Cross is just so incredibly fast that he beats the throw. John Jackson next. 1-0 count. Down the first baseline. The first baseman has it. Double play. An amazing double play triggered by Alvaro Mendoza. And I believe it was a 3-4-3, wasn't it? But an impressive play nonetheless. Bases cleared for Henri Bergeron. 2 hits and 14 at-bats since spring started. And he grounds it right to the shortstop. That's going to end the second. So 1-0 as we close out 2 frames for the Kansas City Blizzard. Oilers up next. Dave Sharkey, the batter. 2-2 pitch. Cranks a line drive to left, but Tesla had some space. Gets a glove on it. 1 away. Gary Orr next. Orr hitting 200 through spring. 2023 draft pick. Trying to see if he's going to make the team. Played 78 games last year. Only hit 188. But had a noteworthy 7 home runs, 27 RBIs in that time. If he could cut down those strikeouts, man, oh man. 104 strikeouts, 1-1 pitch, and a drive straight up the middle. It's going to drop down. Taking a knee to take the ball, it was the center fielder, Tex Rudman. Gary Orr with a single. Mike Carruth closes out the 9-man batting order. He's hitting 357 after the start of spring. He came over to Houston in a trade with Chicago back in May. Full count. And a blast up the middle into center field, back to the wall. It's going to be extra bases for Carruth. Runners at second and third now. Houston threatening to upend the KC lead precariously at 1-0. Orlando Rios as we return to the top of the order. Orlando just 1 hit, but loves to draw walks. He's got a great eye at the plate. The 29-year-old had a .384 on-base percentage last year. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. A big strikeout there. Visser, 2 strikeouts. Rios easily could have tapped it into the outfield or at least drawn a walk to get the bases loaded. RG Northeast now at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Visser with the windup, the delivery, strikeout on the outside edge. He finds the black and paints it. And that is out number 3. Houston gets 2 on, can't convert. Kansas City up next. Jorge Santana getting his first look at Keely Sewell for spring this year. And a line drive to left. It looked like it's off the wall. Nope. There's a sign in the way, so I can't tell you. Hart got the catch, though. That's really irritating. Jorge Velasquez, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Keely King K. Sewell was one of those prospects that was supposed to be a huge strikeout pitcher for Toronto, but didn't materialize, and his Toronto seasons were not very noteworthy. 10 and 12, the 586 earned run average. He did have 148 Ks, but that was almost 200 innings, so not really the ratio that Toronto management was hoping for. He followed that up with an 8 and 11 season with Toronto. He got traded midway through the year to Miami, and KC signed him for 2026 and traded him to Houston. Or released him, and then he got signed. How did he end up on Houston? How would that happen? It was a trade, wasn't it? Along with Angel Sanchez, Chris Watson, Tony Colon, a 5th-round pick, and a 6th-round pick in exchange for Steve Orkin and Chris Zirkle and a 4th-round pick. So that was the Zirkle trade. Aha. Tex Rudman facing off. Line drive, dropping into left field just over the head of the left fielder. Back to the wall, and that was a huge triple for Rudman. Yeah, it was just out of reach past John Hart. Couldn't get there in time, and Rudman, with a 2-out triple, is now at third base. Here's Sal Rojas. 1-2 pitch. He's got a base hit up the middle, and KC scores another one. 2-0. Rojas at first. Christian Teslo, left fielder. Ground ball to second, and that'll end the inning. But KC doubles their lead over Houston to 2-0. And now we're going into the 4th. Chris Church will come in to pitch for the Kansas City Blizzard here in the 4th inning. That's a bit early, I'd say. But anyway, CC Church, of course, had an impressive first year. He won the Sandy Koufax Award, almost won the Rookie of the Year as well in his rookie season. And, of course, was notable for having a 21-game winning streak in his rookie year. It was broken with his first start of 2026. Of course, he didn't get to finish the 2025 season. He was injured just before the playoffs. But a fine season nonetheless. John Hart at the plate with a punishing .538 average. I believe that's the lead for spring right now. Grounds it back to Church, who throws the first. Can't get the throw there in time. And it's an infield base hit for John Hart. Sam Wainwright up next. Line drive into right field. Makes it through the hole on the right side. Hart moves to third base on that base hit. And with no outs, Houston has 2 runners on. 1 in each corner. Here's Alvaro Mendoza. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. How did you get Rojas? Let's have a quick look here. Rojas came from another trade with Houston back in December 2025 in exchange for 3 draft picks. Somehow you got 2 4th-round picks out of that. Or they did. You had 2 to give up somehow. Went to the All-Star game in his 21st year with you, 2026. Won the MVP award from your championship season from the Bull Cup Championship Series. So he won the Championship Series MVP. So yeah, fantastic year for Bam Bam Rojas. And here's Raul Vasquez. Runners in the corners. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Church with strikeout number 2. And that'll bring up Dave Sharkey. Ground ball. Harmless ground ball to second base to get the 3rd out. And Houston fails to score, having 2 runners on with no outs, and watching it slip away. Bottom of the 4th, we're going to check the out-of-town scores again. And the Minneapolis Ravens are looking good this year. Actually, in the sims I did, keep in mind that I was just rushing through with no transactions or anything, but they actually led their division at the end of the redo of the 26 campaign. Was it a redo? Yeah, it was a redo of that year. Calgary 3-2 over Miami, top of the 7th. Montreal 4-0 lead on my Nomads, top of the 4th. I should really change the name back to the Ducks. The Toronto Ducks was the original name, and I seemed to play better then. No scoring yet. California, Las Vegas, top of the 5th. And all tied up at 3 apiece for the Hops, hosting the Bullfrogs. Washington leads, we've got a final score of 2-0 on Denver. 3-hit shutout. Ed Dondale with the win. Woodford was the only home run of the game. And is that Cliff Zufelt got the save for the Freedom. 6-2 final for Seattle over Atlanta. We read that one earlier. And 4-0 Boston over Ohio. No, I just, when I was a kid, I was like, you know what? Toronto's team is the Blue Jays, so I'm going to name my Bull League Toronto team the Ducks. Just I picked another bird. All right. Caught him looking for strike 3 to start off the 4th. That down goes Skinner. Vince Cross now singled his last time up. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sewell now 3 strikeouts tonight. 5 on the spring campaign. John Jackson up. 1-2 pitch. And he strikes him out. So Jackson chasing out of the zone. And Sewell looking sharp as ever on the mound. Houston up again, and Gary Orr will be followed by Mike Carruth and Orlando Rios, unless there are some offensive changes, some pinch hitters coming in. Adam Miller now pitching for the Blizzard. 1 hit in 4 innings so far to start the spring campaign. 8 strikeouts, no walks, no runs. Here's a 1-1 pitch from the left-hander. A big drive to right field. It's gone. Home run, Houston. He sent that one packing with no return postage. Gary Orr gets the Oilers on the scoreboard with a 5th inning leadoff home run. Mike Carruth up next. 2-2 pitch. And he's trying to go to the same spot, but it fell way short. Fly ball to shallow right field, caught by the second baseman, Vince Cross. And the right-handed batter, Orlando Garza, up next, coming in to pinch hit. And he lines one opposite field. It's off the wall. Karam's off the wall in right field. He's going for 3. No, he's going to reel himself in and go back to second. Garza with the double. Scoring position, Francisco Arizona up next. 0-1 pitch. Dips one into shallow right in front of the right fielder. Garza is going to stay at third. He doesn't want to test Sal Rojas' arm in right field. And John Hart up next. 0-2 pitch. Fly ball left field, and it's caught. He's going to tag up and home easily to tie the ball game. Houston makes it 2-2 with that one. I feel like these two teams are have the nucleus forming for a good rivalry. Victor Johnson up next. They've traded a lot with each other, and there's some back and forth here. They're in the same division. Ground ball to third base, throw to first for the out, and that'll end the top of the 5th. But Houston does the damage and tie the ball game. To tie the ball game at 2 apiece. Bottom of the 5th, Henry Bergeron for the Blizzard. Facing Sewell again. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Sewell doing an admirable job, but should probably be getting the yank soon. Now over 4 innings. Very unusual in spring. I don't really remember seeing too many pitchers go past 4 innings when starting a spring training game. But he strikes out Bergeron, and now it's Jorge Santana. Santa Ana. Jorge. Fly ball center field, and now it'll be Dave Markham pinch hitting for KC. Markham regularly plays third base. He may slot into third base to start off the 6th inning. And he's 5 for 12 so far with a home run and 3 RBIs through spring for a 400-plus average. Hard ground ball to second, but does he beat the throw? He does! Markham beats the throw from Kian Matundu. Amazingly, he's not that fast, but managed to get there in time. Here's Kevin Schmidt at the plate. Schmidt, center fielder, will probably find himself in that position when the 6th inning starts. There goes the runner. The throw, not in time. Markham with the stolen base. Now it's a 1-1 pitch to Schmidt. Line drive into the corner in right field. This one could have the go-ahead run come in. It does. Markham scoring easily from second. He's slow, but a heads-up base runner. Dave Markham base running 65 on the scout ratings. He knew exactly when to break. He knew Schmidt had an extra base hit, and that putting the running pressure on would get the run in. 3-2 KC. Here's John Henningar. Haven't seen this name before. John Henningar, right fielder out of Kitchener, Ontario. Well, it's not far away from where I am. With some promising home run power. Drops one into right fielder. What changed in this version? The outfield animations? Henningar, the base hit. Schmidt goes to third. I noticed there's a lot more detail in the animations now. For sure. Christian Tesla at the plate. Full count. 2 outs. Draws a walk. Got to add some more sound effects. Carlos Chavez. Oh, pitcher's going beyond 75 pitches for spring. Interesting. He's at 74 right now. So that might be why he's even in right now. Because he's been really efficient for the first 4 innings. But now he's got bases loaded. Carlos Chavez, the new DH, is at the plate. And Chavez can rake. Draws a walk. That'll do too, and KC's up 4-2. David Michelle, the batter. Infield ground ball to short. Does he have it? The throw to first gets him. So the inning is over. KC gets 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. And leave the sacks full, but have done a sizable job to regain the lead. Jim Barrett comes onto the mound for the Kansas City Blizzard, and Alvaro Mendoza back around to the plate. It was 4 or a total of 75. Okay. Probably whichever came first. Or is it just 4? It would just go to 4. Raul Vasquez. 2-2 pitch. Cranks one to center field, but it's going to be caught in mid-range. Tesla was there quickly, but Schmidt had it the whole way. Here's Dave Sharkey. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Some infield communication there, and Michelle is on the move. He takes that one. So top of the 6th is now flipping to the bottom of the 6th. And Owen Rathwell is going to pitch for Houston. We finally see a replacement for Keely Sewell. But first, the out-of-town scoreboard. Minneapolis Ravens 8-0 lead over the Detroit Wolverines, who just have 3 hits tonight. The only home run in that game is by John Barr, the catcher. California leads Las Vegas 4-1. I don't know if Ben never drops in much anymore. Hopefully he drops in more during the regular season, but California is definitely exporting, and it shows by their 4-1 lead. 4-0 Montreal over Toronto. It's going into the 6th inning. And Miami beat Calgary 4-3. It was a close one there. The Calgary Calicos trying to make some headway and juggle up their lineups and develop some new talent. They had a home run out of this guy, Gerard Thiriet, one of their few Double-A guys in the rotation, and John Hot Pepper Serrano, who's actually a starter, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's a starter. He ended up closing the game and getting the save for Miami. Grand Rapids leading Green Bay 4-3. It's the bottom of the 6th there. Brian Dugan, his second home run of spring for Grand Rapids. And we still don't have any start out of Chicago. When they're hosting New York, that game's still not underway. Did Green Bay sign Mike Strang? I did notice. Was that on the out-of-town scoreboard? Yeah, Mike Strang. There he is. The one, the only. All right, so let's have a look at this Owen Rathwell of Houston, the pride of Brampton, Ontario, a developing starting pitcher, very promising, actually. Jorge Garza's at the plate, and he's got the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to third, and can he beat the throw? No. Sharkey on it quickly. Kevin Graves now coming in as the new catcher, and he grounds the first base. And that'll be Teozo Kondo, the replacement shortstop. 0-2 count. And that'll complete the trifecta of groundouts as the Blizzard go down 1-2-3. Score remains 4-2 in their favor. We're going to the top of the 7th. Gary Orr, 2 for 2 tonight with a home run. Had that solo shot, putting Houston on the board. And now he's going to try and launch another one, but this one will go right into Henningar's glove in right center. Looking for the alley, didn't quite get there. Here's Earl McPherson, Earl Blur McPherson. The nickname has nothing to do with his speed. 34 years old. He's almost 35. He'll be 35 before the season starts. And still hitting strong. He hit .347 last year. Just 2 home runs compared to 12 the season before that. 22 RBIs. But he only played 30 games. I think he was injured for a little bit last year, wasn't he? 2020. No, just didn't play that much. Interesting. Claimed off of waivers from Montreal. He was injured, in 2025, but last year hit his 1,500th career baseball hit. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. Chasing out of the zone. I just noticed he was holding on to the bat by the barrel, too, instead of the handle. After the strikeout. That's interesting. That's a pro move. Orlando Garza 1 for 1 tonight. Had a double off of Miller, and now he's got a ball into center field, deep, and he's going to have a single with 2 outs. Here's Ken Matundu. Bill Flannery coming in to pitch now for KC. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Yeah, see, he's got the bat by the barrel. 7th inning stretch time here in Spring Ballpark. under beautiful sunny skies. 5 in the afternoon. And we're going to the bottom of the 7th. Kansas City up 4-2. They're up again to the plate. It's Dave Markham leading off this inning, and he will be followed by Schmidt and Henninger, who are also mid-game replacements. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sorry if you're humming along to that. Fly ball, right field. Easy out for Vasquez on Markham. Here's Kevin Schmidt. Ball and 2 strikes to Schmitty, and he goes down on a slider. Owen Rathwell, first strikeout in spring. And first strikeout, I don't think he's done a spring training before, but anyway, first strikeout this spring. John Henninger, 3-2 pitch. He goes down on a fastball. And the Blizzard go down in order. Top of the 8th coming up next, John Hart, the batter. We're going to check the out-of-town scores one more time for you. Still 8-0 Minneapolis over Detroit. The Lightning pulling ahead of California. 5-4 is the score there. Looks like a Miguel Reyes double brought in 2 runs to give him the lead. Toronto's tied up with Montreal in the bottom of the 6th. They fought back with the Luis Ramirez 3-run home run. And that was following a Matt Wells single that brought in someone named Suarez. So Luis Ramirez on the top performance chart for Toronto. You don't see that too often. And we have the other finals. Grand Rapids tied up with Green Bay 4-4. And that Chicago-New York game probably won't get a start before this game is done. We'll see the result afterwards. Chris Zirkle making his appearance for the Blizzard. He's already had 1 outing. He went 5 1/3 innings, allowing 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and just struck out 5. He earned a loss. Zirkle facing John Hart. 2 balls and a strike to Hart, who pulls it into right field. The left-hander chugs to first base and is safe on first with a hit. Victor Johnson up next. Fires one. Whoa, that was an animation glitch. The ball hits the runner. Oh, that's why. So Hart is out after the ball hit the base runner, and Johnson is awarded first base. That's interesting. It's the first time I've seen that one, but that is the baseball rule. So the ball hit the base runner. The runner's automatically out. And Victor Johnson, because it's a dead ball, is awarded first base. Alvaro Mendoza at the plate. Not the worst thing that could happen. Probably one of those guys would have been out anyway. Fly ball, routine fly ball for Christian Teslo. I don't know, have you guys ever seen that before watching OTP 23? It's the first time for me. Raul Vasquez. 2 out, 1 on. Full count. And he holds off to draw a walk. Dave Sharkey up next. I wonder if anybody clipped that, let me know. Fly ball, and that'll end the inning. Kansas City up again. They've still got the 2-run lead. Houston had a couple runners on, but couldn't get them around. Christian Teslo, 0 for 2 tonight. 9 hits through spring, however. He's had a lot of at-bats, 25 at-bats so far. And he puts one into the air to center field. It's back to the wall. It'll carry him off the wall. And he's going to go for 3. He's in safe with a triple. Leadoff triple for Teslo. The kid, Teslo Lobo, Christian Lobo Teslo from Smithville, Ontario. A St. Paddy's Day baby. And a fine outfielder. 326 was his season average last year, 20 home runs, 84 RBIs, and 49 stolen bases. A 2020 guy. Solid producer, as evidenced by that triple there. He had 10 triples as well. Carlos Chavez, 2-0 count. Ground ball to second. This should bring the run in. So it costs them an out, but it's a fair trade for that Teslo run. 5-2 is the lead. David Michel at the plate. Ground ball to second, and he is out, and Jorge Garces is up to the plate now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fly ball, shallow right, charging in is the right fielder, Vasquez, who makes the grab. What a hustle. But Kansas City tacks another one onto their lead, and it's 5-2 as we go to the top of the 9th. Takehide Higuchi, the pitcher for the Blizzard, will try to close this game out. He's 2-0 already with 8 innings under his belt. 5 hits allowed, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Gary Orr, who's been solid for the Oilers tonight. 2 hits, including a home run, will lead off the 9th. 1-2 pitch to Gary Orr. He pulls it to deep right. It's on the track. Caught by Henningar. The running catch. Earl McPherson up. The blur down the third baseline. It is going to stay fair and roll into almost the corner as he slides into second base with a double. McPherson read that one well. And even though Tesla was on it quickly, the slow-footed McPherson had plenty of time to get to second base. Here's Orlando Garza, 1-2 pitch. Strike 3, swing and a miss on the cutter. Kian Matundu at the plate. Tying run is on deck. Can Matundu extend it and get to that tying run? Ground ball to short, and that's the ball game. KC wins this one 5-2. After a solid effort, and they improve their record to 7-1. Kansas City Blizzard 5 runs on 8 hits. Oilers 2 runs on 12 hits. And the winning pitcher tonight was Adam Miller, who blew the save but ends up with the win after a Chris Church hold. Higuchi with the save. Keely Sewell with the loss. Sal Rojas, player of the game, had a great game for KC tonight. He was 2 for 2 with a pair of RBIs. Rojas had a double in the first inning off of Sewell with 1 on, and that set up the first scoring play. All right. Yeah, Higuchi, the 36-year-old starter, with an impressive closeout there. But he's already had 2 starts. So his wins came from those starts, actually. All right. So the other finals, and I think, let's start Stats Plus again so you get those results. KC 5-2 over Houston. Vegas with a 6-5 win over California. That one went to 10 innings. Miami Storm 4-3 over Calgary. Seattle Salt 6-2 over Atlanta, and Washington downs Denver 2-0. The Lake League results: Chicago Pitbulls squeeze out a 5-4 win over New York. A pair of home runs for the Pitbulls. Metro's 7-4 winners over the Nomads. Grand Rapids Hops take Green Bay into 11 innings and pull off a 5-4 win with a walk-off in the last frame. Minneapolis 9-2 win over Detroit. Detroit finally getting on the scoreboard too little too late. They scored twice in the 9th inning, and the Brawlers blanked the Ohio Oxen 4-0 on a 1-hit shutout. All right. That's the Monday, March 1st action. We'll quick sim through the end of the week. and let you know how things went. It's a quiet night on Twitch, only 8 viewers. All right, Tuesday, March 2nd, games coming up now. And KC's all over the top performances again there. Tex Redmond 2 for 2 with a pair of home runs in an 8-0 blowout over Seattle. Ryan Harrington of the Titles 3 for 4, and Sam Robertson of the Ravens 2 for 2 with a home run. All right, I won't go through all the scores. You'll get them anyway in Discord. And for those of you not in the league, we'll go over the standings at the end of this anyway. But I think pretty much everyone watching is in the league. Dale Rigaud, Denver Grizzlies. Oh, I really got to do something with that uniform. It looks like mustard and ketchup. 3 for 5, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Mike Burns, Chicago Pitbulls, went 3 for 3 with a home run, and Don Cox 2 for 2 with a home run. All right. Green Bay uniform is all right. It's not my team to fix though. But Denver now an AI team again after the departure of Danny Smith, and Danny was actually in the league before. And I can't remember what team he was running, but anyway. I'm not sure if he remembered he was in the league before. No game scheduled for Thursday, March 4th, so we'll zip through that one. Everyone gets a day to rest. Go sailfish fishing off the coast of Florida. All right. Grand Rapids Hops 4-3 win over New York Dragons. Let's see what else. Nomads 2-1 over Detroit. Oh, that's right. I wasn't going to go over all the team results, all the game results, but wow, Jose Soto with the win. I'm trying to get rid of this guy. He does okay in AAA, but every time I call him up, he stinks. 601 earned run average, 31 games 2025. I didn't even call him up because after that, I'm like, why? So last year, he didn't get called up. Anyway, Aaron Miller, Mackenzie Robertson, Matt Norlander on the top 3 performances of the day. And moving right along to Saturday. Maybe it's the year. I say that every year, and I'm like, no, because I'll call him up, and then he'll stink the joint up. So he's done. All right, Saturday, March 6th. Playing out the 2027 spring training, week number 2. We're almost through it. So that means we've got 4 more weeks of spring. We've got Saturday. We'll do hockey again Saturday, but I'll try and get another baseball stream in. If I can't, then we'll do week 3 Sunday. And then next Tuesday and Thursday, that's the last week of summer too. Next week, I got one of those days I got to do something with the kids. And so that's 2 more sims. So we should be, by the first week of September, whenever everybody's back to school, we should be into the regular season for the Bull League's 2027 season. Nate Beeson, Denver Grizzlies, no hit, 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk. Carolina Reaper of the Dragons, home run on 2 RBIs in a 9-1 win over Detroit. And Alex Vasquez of the Bullfrogs, 5 innings of 1 hit baseball in a 3-0 win over Toronto. Green Bay. We'll check the standings after the next game. It's the last game anyway. Your kids are already in school. It's August. That's man. You Americans, I don't get it. No, I've always grown up with this, Labor Day, like literally the day after Labor Day is when you go back to school, and school ends the last week of June. High school, it ends a week earlier. And then like college and university, they don't do anything. Like they spend the first month of September partying, and then they finally have classes. And then they got like reading week. They're off for most of December. They're off for most of March, and then they're like done school by May or something stupid. And they pay for it. That's the funny part. You pay thousands. All right. I'm gonna stop ranting. Sunday, March 7th. Let's get through these ones. You Americans. Well, it's because it's not the first time I've heard that. Where in a lot of states, a lot of places in the States, kids are in school like August 1st or something ridiculous. My ex had a cousin in Texas where they're like, well, if you're coming to visit, you got to come soon because the kids start school. I'm like, start school in the summer? What? That don't make no sense. Just before Memorial Day. You're going to have to remind me, when's Memorial Day? Is that in June? May? That's May, isn't it? Late May? And then what, off for 3 months? Ray James, 3 for 4. I remember when he played for Boston, 3 for 4 the home run in a 6-5 win over Kansas City. Mike Seitz of Seattle, 5 innings, 4-hit shutout baseball, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. That's pretty impressive for Seattle. I think Seattle's a bit of a dark horse, to be honest. Keely Sewell gets another appearance this week, and he goes 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. But it was a 6-2 loss to Calgary. All right, so we are through another week. The game's going to save. I'm going to save. I'm going to put up a league file, and hopefully everyone got their Discord posts. If you haven't seen any posts show up in your Discord team channel, let me know. If you don't have a team channel, let me know. I think I've added everyone into the right channels. Oh, Hunter, you're not in the Washington channel. Okay, let me fix that. Edit channel. Permissions. Add members. And it is... That's Hunter Washington. Done. And I got to kick Paul Sport out because he is no longer the GM. Okay, so Hunter, you should have access now to a private channel on the game updates section of Discord, and that will allow you to access each game's results. They'll get sent to that channel. The final scores, anyway. All right. Where were we? Standings, spring coverage. Here we go. I'll do the standing screen because you get the batting averages too. Montreal Metro's on top of the LL East. 8 wins, 5 losses. Dragons close behind, and the Detroit Wolverines, interestingly enough, are 6-7. They're not doing too badly. Toronto Nomads, 5 wins as well. Boston Brawlers, 4. Minneapolis Ravens and the Chicago Pitbulls neck in neck to lead the LL West. Of course, nobody really cares if you're leading a division in spring, but it's always nice to see who's winning, who's not. Grand Rapids Hops are 1 game out. Ohio and Green Bay following them, tied with 2 games behind the 2 first-place teams. Kansas City is the first team to reach 10 wins. They're 10-3. Miami Storm hot on the heels. Washington Freedom 7-6 through spring. Houston Oilers and Atlanta Fire Ants closing out that division. Vegas Lightning 9-4 with the Denver Grizzlies behind them. the AI Grizzlies, and California titles Calgary Calicos and Seattle Salts all behind there. So Seattle's not doing as well as I thought they were, but I don't think they're doing that badly, are they? Aaron Miller's doing okay. Mike Seitz. Yeah, they got a couple of good pitchers. They ended up with the Candyman, Makanako Amano from my team. Some of these guys are not super impressive with home run power, but there you go. Meet the team. They've got the 11th ranked first baseman and a couple of good infielders, a couple of good outfielders. Electricity's good. Like, yeah, I think they'll do okay, actually. And Jose Pimentel was also from Toronto at one time. All right. What do we usually do next? Check the news, and we'll check to see if there's any signings as well. Jeremy Pastore of Green Bay suffers a injury setback. He'll be out another 5 days. No huge one. And an injury. Okay, that was from last sim. So no big news injuries. There may have been some minor ones. It's usually day-to-day ones usually don't get a news result, a news report. And off-season center shows any signings? No, nothing since Casey Height on February 24th. All right. Oh, a couple former hops in there. Yes, the Seattle was busy in the off-season. They went up by 7.8 WAR. So their gains and losses were, let's see, they signed a bunch of free agents. Kevin Lutz from my team, Aaron Miller from Washington. Electricity was a Rule 5 guy they swiped from Grand Rapids. The Candyman from Toronto by way of Houston. Isaiah Jackson, and 19 players in total. So yeah, they were collecting players, and they lost a couple big guys to free agency. Jerry Valerio being one of them, Al Lynch, but the rest of the guys they lost didn't cost them too much in WAR, so they had a net gain as opposed to Toronto, net loss. Boston and Miami faring not so well in the WAR loss. Either Chicago, Montreal, they're way down there. I'm surprised to see Green Bay down there, being a first-year team. I thought they would have made some more gains. And you didn't have that much WAR to lose anyway. That's the other thing, is you don't have a lot of great players in your first year. All right, that's going to wrap things up for me. It's after midnight. Oh, boy, it's 12:30. And we got a good solid 2-hour stream, and I'll be back Saturday with hockey, possibly another baseball week Saturday night, and we'll see how much time I have. And then Sunday, we'll probably do, well, at least Sunday we'll do 1 week of spring training. All right, guys, let me see. Is there anyone doing OTP right now? Anyone? Bueller? Somebody's doing OTP. 23. Let's have a look here. I rock this. They've got drops on. I've got drops too. Why don't I put that in the title? Well, anyway. All right. I'm going to send you guys to I rock this. You can say hi to him. And we'll get rolling. I'll be back. When will I be back? I just said it. Saturday. All right. Thanks again for joining us. And I'll be around for a little bit in the raid while I put the team files up, the league file up, and then we'll see you guys later. I'll be busy most of the day tomorrow, so if you message me on Discord, I probably won't answer, but I should be around Saturday. All right. Until next time, that's Bull Baseball. Thanks for joining us once again.